All right, folks, we're here to meet our state legislators that failed to show up tonight. Senator Chuck Wiger, Representative Peter Fischer, and Representative Lillie. They've asked us to come and speak. They sent us emails, and we're not allowed to speak. So tonight I'm going to talk about open enrollment abuse. These are the same legislators that are allowing open enrollment abuse. In 2012, I wrote an article. It says, currently the Minnesota statute limits the minimum that a school district may restrict open enrollment to 1%. No maximum exists. I'm proposing to limit open enrollment students in a school district by grade level to 2 times the state average for open enrollment. My objective is to protect local taxpayers and surrounding school districts from exploiting open enrollment policy. The absence of a maximum has allowed ruthless recruitment of students from neighboring school districts. When open enrollment abuse is allowed to occur, it not only undermines the whole system of the local finance, but also creates pressure for replacing local property tax support entirely with state dollars. Allowing abuse has produced overcrowded classrooms and lowered school district ratings. Furthermore, it has forced local taxpayers to compensate for the shortfalls and cost to educate out-of-district students that do not financially contribute to their local taxpayer levy dollars. And that taxpayer expense is to the host district of the students when their own demographics are in decline. In actuality, as lower birth rates work through our school, more districts should be closing down buildings in order to save taxpayer dollars. Open enrollment encourages both the top athletic and academic students to leave their own school district for greener pastures, leaving the neighboring district striving to achieve a new balance. Moreover, robbing neighboring school districts of their best athletes and academic students force these school districts to make excessively deep cuts to their own budget. Equally important, students with special needs are hardest penalized. High-need students are often left behind as others enroll elsewhere. This could lead the neighboring district to a higher concentration of average and high-risk students left behind. I believe open enrollment should be used to help compensate and save small classrooms and not overcrowd classrooms. It is crucial that a maximum is added to the Minnesota statute 124D.03. On December 7, 2009, Matamidi School Board member Steve Wogelmott wrote, a proposal to use open enrollment to increase classroom size in order to institutionalize inefficiency would be wholly inconsistent with justification for open enrollment and would breach faith with the community. A disproportionate allocation of resources to Matamidi Middle School is borne by other school districts. As I talked to surrounding districts, they said they are hurting for dollars. The abuse of open enrollment has caused the Stillwater School District to close 3 of their schools. Currently, Matamidi has built a school on a Superfund site, Minnesota Superfund site, strictly for open enrollment. That school only holds 700 students out of the 1,100 open enrolled districts. I talked to North St. Paul resident here, and they said all their students are leaving North St. Paul to go to Matamidi, and they're being replaced by students from St. Paul. We're robbing from our surrounding districts. We're putting kids at risk at on dump sites, and we should be passing the legislation that says no building schools on Superfund sites. These legislators have all been given this document back in 2012. They failed to act on it. That's why these people are here today. And yet these students or these staff members are unwilling to sit and listen and allow you to speak. If you're going to have a closed session, have your closed session behind closed doors. Forget transparency. Do not listen to the public. That's what's going on today. I recommend you don't put in another school tax. Matamidi operates with open enrollment. 53% of your taxpayers goes there. If open enrollment is working, why is Stillwater at a 4% open enrollment at a 40% tax rate? Matamidi with 33% abuse of open enrollment operates at 53%. They're asking for another levy that increases threefold, and on top of that, we are leasing out land to a private organization. I've got a copy of a court deposition. Mayor Jeff Huber states in there that there's a group of private investors that are going to construct a hockey arena on school property and then turn it over to the school district so they can operate it. Yes, the school district will operate it. That's really what I know. That is the mayor that said they did not need an environmental impact statement. That is a mayor that is putting kids at risk. You need to pay attention. You need to get to your legislators. They have the ability to stop abuse of open enrollment and limit putting schools on toxic dump sites. They have failed to do so. Remember, folks, this whole session tonight was to come and pat themselves on the back and remind you to come and re-elect them at their upcoming election in 2002. It's time to change your legislatures. Thank you.